Good morning, everybody. Welcome to Unit 5. It's a special week. We're halfway over. We're beginning the second half of the course, but we're also doing a little bit of a different assignment this week. So I really want to show you exactly how to do it, everything you need to know. So let's get started with that. How about it? Let me share. All right, I've already entered Unit 5. Of course, all you got to do is click over here on Unit 5. And this week's topic is the power of family, work, and life balance. You hear that term a lot, especially work-life balance if you're reading about professional things. It's a big point of discussion. So that's what we're going to be focused on in terms of our topics this week. So please read through the intro as you always do, and then take a look at the article's websites and videos. You have an article by Loretto on balancing college work and personal life. And then you've got some videos, which are always helpful. Don't forget, it will be on you to do the practice with writing. In this particular unit, you're going to be looking at topic sentences, as well as doing a little knowledge check, like checking in with what you've learned so far throughout the term. Somebody last week had a problem with the practice with writing unit not finishing properly or not looking like it normally does. If that happens to you, don't worry about it. It's not a grade that goes into Blackboard. So if something happens at the end that it doesn't say it's saved correctly, nothing bad's going to happen to you. So just kind of a heads up there. And then this is the assignment. The discussion board this week is totally different from what we've normally done. It is still due on Wednesday, and you are encouraged to post responses to your fellow students, but you do not have to. Those are not required this week. This is called an assignment forum, you'll notice, rather than a discussion board, which is why you're not required to go to the back and forth. So it's a little bit different. It also involves a photo as opposed to just straight up writing. And a lot of people find getting the photo and using the photo a little bit challenging technologically, but if you follow the directions here, it should work just fine. So let's go through it step by step, and we're going to actually do it as we go through. One way to alleviate some stress you may be feeling is to envision what the future looks like. You will be looking for one image from the Creative Commons Openverse. You'll notice that's a link that represents your journey after this course. So first select an image that shows us through the image where you see yourself in the next couple of years. Could be a long-term goal too. To find the photo, we're going to follow these directions. So we're first going to open the website. You'll notice that it is, there's a search bar. So fairly straightforward there. It may help you if you go ahead and switch from all content to images before you search. And I'm going to, my goals are a little bit different because I am getting closer and closer to this retirement thing. So I'm going to choose retirement. I would not suggest you guys choose retirement since you're just in school now and you're going to be looking for something more close to your life goals. But I'm going to use, I do like Scrabble. Let's use this one though. I like this image. All right, so we're going to follow the exact directions. You should now see a search box. Click to the search box, all content, change it to photos, add words. You can find words that represent your journey. Once you find the appropriate photo, you want to make sure to include who created the photo of the file, the title of the photo, and a link to the photo. You're going to use that in the discussion board. So we're going to click on the picture, and down below, it's going to have the information that we need. Notice where it says create the creditor. So I'm going to copy this text, and I've opened a Google Doc to use just because I want to be able to save it. You could do this in Word as well. You don't have to use Google. I just used it because it's handier for the internet purposes. So we're going to put, here's the person, here's who created the photo. And that also has a link to the photo in it. You'll notice that that turned it into a link. Now I need to include the photo itself. Now there's a number of ways to do that. If you look at the directions, it says once you find the appropriate photo, okay, if you would like, you can also right click on the photo, select copy image, and then paste the photo into your discussion board using Command V. Now I'm on a Mac and it always is harder for me to demonstrate this. So I'm going to use instead, I'm going to screenshot it. So all I've done is use my screenshot feature. And now I've got this in my photos. If you're on a PC, you should be able to just right click. I don't have a right click. That's why I can't do it the same way. But you should be able to just right click and copy. And then when you get into the where you're going to put it in the discussion board, you should just, as it says, be able to hit Command V. Now I have saved it, so I'm going to insert my image, and I need to go to my photos, and it's the last one. You can size photos, so if you don't want it to take up a whole bunch of room, you can make it a little bit smaller. That's perfectly fine. And then below that is where you would write what you want to say. I'm going to use my gobbledygook simply because it's too early in the morning for me to be thinking. I would write a good solid paragraph. So our typical 6 to 10 sentence rule for a paragraph is always good. This says 3 to 4 sentences, but it's always, the more detail you can use, the better. Anyway, so that's all you have to do. Now, because I've created this in Google Docs, I highlighted it and I copied it. So now let's go back to the course and try to paste it into the discussion board. We would create thread, and we need a subject. My future is, and then we should be able to just paste. I'm going to keep the formatting. It wouldn't let me paste the image. If you've done a Control V or Command V to paste it in, it should work for you. If you saved it, you may have to actually open it again and put it in there. So I will do that. I don't know why my photos always take forever to load. Probably because there's thousands and thousands of them. Let me try it again. There we go. I have to trick it sometimes. And again, I'm probably going to make this a little bit smaller. You can leave it large, it's fine, but it does take up an awful lot of room. So, okay, so then we submit it, and that is going to show up on the discussion board. Again, you're not required to do responses to others this week, but I do encourage you to do so. I mean, this is kind of a fun assignment anyway, so, you know, have fun reacting to, excuse me, to your fellow classmates' photos as well. All right, so your only other assignment this week is another journal. After doing this week's assignment forum, tell me about your thoughts and feelings as you were doing the assignment. How does your imagined future affect how you view your work-life balance? Did finding the images give you an additional spark to finish the course strong? What was the most surprising thing you learned about your future goals and yourself from the images you selected? So as usual, journal entry should be 6 to 10 sentences, and it's reflecting on what you did during the unit. So you can talk about finding the photo, you can talk about what you learned in the readings and the videos. Use detail. Okay, so those are your marching orders for this week. We are having another workshop this week, and it's all about how to fully develop your ideas. So if you find yourself having a hard time getting 6 to 10 sentences, or all of your 6 sentences are very short and it feels like you're not really fully developing your ideas, this week's workshop on Wednesday night at 6 is a great one to try to join. I'll post the video after it in case you can't be there but you want to view it. All right. So I hope everybody has a great week. If you have any questions, let me know. I sent out notices this week about things that were missing, and I know I have gotten some incoming work from late assignments, but it is very important that you work on getting caught up if you have fallen behind. All right. So I will see you next Monday if I do not talk to you before, or I will see you on Wednesday night if you're able to come and join us. Everybody take care.